like this. I 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 like this.
What's going on, Julius Hall? Can you hear me?
I'm up here saying shuck it, duck it, and I'm up here on mute. I didn't realize I was on mute. Hello, everybody. What's up, girl?
Hey, what's going on?
Everything is good. How is everything in Houston?
It is storming bad.
I got to come to Houston. I got to make my way down that way. I'm coming. Okay. Me and Bernard coming. We're coming to turn the city out.
This city is already turned out. We need prayer. Come with prayer, too.
I heard.
So
everything that's happening there.
Lord have mercy.
Y'all are special. Y'all are special in Houston.
Man, really? This whole state of Texas is just, that's what I'm learning, that the whole state of Texas is really special, you know. And I think that the sooner that people start really standing up for what they truly believe, you know, not making it about party affiliation and stuff like that, but standing up for what they truly believe, Texas would change.
Well, Wisconsin is showing you that is possible.
Yes.
So hopefully Texas will fall in line. Charging my phone.
Yeah.
Hopefully
but some
Texas
people
will fall in line.
You know, what I've learned over the last maybe about 5 or 6 years, well, since I started in politics, I have learned that people would much rather be either racist or just follow suit with a party than to do the right thing, you know. And that is what is sad about America now, because nobody is willing to do the right thing because it's the right thing to do, you know.
Yeah, that's true. I just want to tell everybody, we've been off the air for a couple of weeks, ran a couple of reruns because of our platform being hacked. And while we were hacked, whoever hacked us, we didn't know we were hacked. They had 4 new pages within our studio. and they were putting out jihadist material from our platform.
Wow.
Yeah, they hacked us and got in and was putting that out. And Facebook don't want to understand. Facebook is just crazy. If you're not suing them, then they're not paying no attention to you.
Yeah.
So they denied us. I tried to get us back where we needed to be on the air, but we have to find a way to get, we don't do a lot of marketing on YouTube for people to watch us on YouTube. Our 38,000 people come from Facebook, but now we have to figure out a way to move everybody over to YouTube because they're not as stupid as Facebook and they're not as policing as Facebook is for certain little things. I mean, that's a big thing, but when I explained it, they should have said, okay, you're right. We see that this page has been hacked. We see that you put that person out for all 4 pages. We put them out. We didn't want to delete the page and everything. They got into my personal page, and the personal page allowed them to get into the platform. Now that's Facebook fault. I didn't let them in. I only, the only thing I do is post a message and keep moving. But they got into the personal page, which allowed them to get into the professional page, into the back studio. They created 4 new pages and put a woman on there, last name Lily Collins or something. And Lily was sending out material that we couldn't even see in this our page. So when they contact me, I said, shit, that ain't me.
Wow.
And I gave them an explanation, and they still did what they did. So right now it is what it is. We got 18 more days before we are back on. So that's another 2 shows that we're talking about. So everybody can take a vacation, chill out, get ready for the first of the month. I've been running reruns on all the shows whenever I can, and on the pages that I can. But we will be back soon. Uncle Sean, how you doing?
I'm all right. How you doing? Can you hear me?
All right. And I was explaining to everybody why we have been off of Facebook for a while and why we're on YouTube. Now, this show is being streamed to our YouTube page, now live, and to Robert's page also, Citizen Connection or something, to Robert's campaign page. So you can go to those pages or YouTube and share it on your Facebook. So if everybody can do that, that would be help for people to know where we are and to know that we're back with some content that and because we couldn't miss this Trump being arrested and the LSU debacle. Those will probably be 2 of the main subjects that we cover today. There's Robert.
There I am.
Dr. Brian, how you doing?
Hey, how y'all doing?
All right.
But you going through some difficulties with the iron?
I am. I didn't think it was going to show up like that, but
This is real. It's real, that you thought it was going to show up as.
I thought it was going to look like Sean.
Oh, okay.
Well, maybe if you had as much print on as Sean and all the other things to distract you.
Well, I am going to, and then Robert, I was explaining to everybody why we're off the 4 pages that got into the platform and put up some jihadist stuff that we don't back or we don't advocate for, and we don't promote it. So we don't know why Facebook wouldn't put us back on the air after our explanation, but it's Facebook. We have to get to the point. We're on Roku TV. Our shows rerun on Roku TV. Our shows rerun on YouTube, and right now we're streaming off of your page, Robert. So you can tell people how to go to your page, and then they can share it to their Facebook pages.
Right. So let me just walk them. And what I'm about to do is walk them through how you can get to our Black Media page. So everybody know how to get to YouTube, right? So you go to YouTube, you type in either our Black Media, or you can type in mine, which is Community Connection with R.G. Bryant, which is, you can see right there. And then let me get to the channel, y'all. There we go. There we go, right there. And then you just hit that share button, and then pick your Facebook news feed, and then you get Bernard up here, and then you share it.
Oh, okay.
Hey!
Oh, and see, I was gonna cuss Bernard out tomorrow because I know for a fact that he wants. These are two subjects that he wants to express his opinion on. Yes, Bernard.
But before we start, I want to ask Bernard why he keeps tearing up people's tires.
Yeah, you gotta go out and come back.
I need to ask Robert. Tell me about the person that got lynched in DC. What?
Oh my gosh, y'all! It was so sad. I'm just, I love CNN, so I'm just watching CNN, and a young man in DC. Now, I don't know the whereabouts of the incidents that were going on, but long story short, what heightened police alerts were cars were being stolen. Right? So we're just gonna start with that context. Long story short, they found a young man in a stolen car, 17-year-old black male in the car, and instead of them not politely, but doing it in a way that didn't take a life, they did it kind of botched up, and the young man ended up dying. All right, 17-year-old black male. And so again, it's the situation where police officers are being a little too aggressive about crimes that really shouldn't take a person's life, if that makes sense.
Right.
Yes. And then I have the polar opposite going on over here. So when you tell your story, you told your story. Now let me tell y'all a story. Today in a doctor's office, a lady pulled out a box cutter in the doctor's office.
Wow.
And
You was there?
She was talking aggressively to some of the other patients in the area, the lobby area, right? No police ever showed up, ever. But my friend works at that doctor's office. So when she got off, she called me around 5:30 to say that same lady came after they asked her to leave, came back no less than 4 times. And then somebody in the office finally, now this happened at 11 o'clock when I was there. So at 3:30-ish or 4, somebody finally called the police from that worked there.
Well, why if she pulled the box cutter, why nobody that worked there didn't call the police?
I'm building, I mean, y'all tell me. You tell me, Sean. Oh, okay.
Okay. Now I was about to say, what color is she?
Okay.
You about to guess what race she is.
So of course, this person is of the Caucasian persuasion, because when they came, they took her, they asked her to leave, politely. She left and came back 15 minutes later. Okay. Then when they called the police again, the same police officer came back. Okay. Same one that had just told her to leave. He came back. She did not get arrested because he told them, well, you guys didn't actually tell her not to come back.
Wow.
And then they didn't search her. They didn't do anything. They just asked her to leave. And then finally at 5:30, they decided that they were going to do one of those, what do you call it? You can't come back here type
Right.
things, trespassing things, you know. So if she does come back, then she will finally get arrested. But I said to my friend, because my friend is kind of, you know, she's not real bright. She said, I don't know why they didn't call the police on her in the first place. I said, what color was this lady? And she said, oh, she was a white lady. And I said, heifer, you could have started out with this. You could have started out with that, and that would have explained the whole damn thing, you know, because had it been a black man, when all 5 of the units would have pulled up, he would have been almost dead right then if he would have made one wrong move. But for a black woman, they were still sending at least 4 units, and then they were going to tell her, freeze, all this type of stuff. And if she made one weird move, it was going to be a tragic event right there in that doctor's office. But see, that's the white privilege in it all, you know. And that's what we need to. I want the same chance to live as Becky, you know. I mean, so if you catch me in a stolen car or whatever, or you catch my son in a stolen car, let him live. You know, I mean,
you know what? I'm gonna say this.
It's gonna be good.
Man, I'm gonna say this here. Let me tell y'all right now. I don't have time for this shit. Excuse the expression. At the end of the day, it's nobody listening to us. There's nobody helping us. We can have 100 stories to tell of what happened in the doctor office or what happened anyway. At the end of the day, the way I feel now, by any means necessary to survive. And if the words that come out my mouth is my words come out my mouth, don't have anything to do with the Rabble or anything to do with our black media. I had enough. I don't want to talk about it. I'm like, at the end of the day, ain't nobody listening to us until we as black people start listening to ourselves and stick together and fight evil against evil. Then ain't nothing gonna happen. That woman walked in there, doctor off with that bark cutter, probably about to do something. And at the end of the day, when they called and say she was white, they probably went somewhere else. If she was black, they probably would have called Joe Biden and sent out the Secret Service people. At the end of the day, enough is enough. I keep telling y'all. Until we start allowing people to treat us all kind of way, it's gonna be like this. It's gonna be like this. So at the end of the day, I've been start letting them treat me all kind of way. I ain't gonna let them treat Jules all kind of way. I ain't gonna let them treat Sean or you, Sonia. Enough is enough. Ain't no sense of us going talking about it. I guarantee when we start raising hell, at the end of the day, then they're gonna start listening. Then they're gonna say, you know what? These black folks done lost their mind.
Yeah, well, you know,
or they done woke up.
Yeah,
you're right.
It's the wake up for me. You know, it's the wake up, and we need less of our people to be singing against us, singing songs against us. You know, so every time something happens, they always can find a black person that will justify what is being done to us. But I bet you $1 for a dime, you can't get a Jewish person to come out and say, "Oh well, there's some good in being a what's that thing called? That they called what's Kanye?
Anti-Semitic.
Yeah. It's not really anti-Semitic. No. When they start speaking, everybody is in lockstep with, we not going for this.
You know what it's called? Let me tell you what it's called, Sonia. Let me tell you what it's called. It's called enough is enough and leave us alone. That's what it's called. That's what it's called. At the end of the day, you know what? What really done pissed me off with these young ladies at LSU? I'm like, I had enough of it. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, I don't want to hear this shit. Unless you gonna do something about it, I don't want to talk about it. Because they are not, until we do something about it. We'll walk for 1 week when somebody the cops done kill us, and then we ain't gonna walk no more. Then y'all gonna call Al Sharpton, and then you gonna call the Crump guy, and y'all gonna hoo-la-la for about 2 weeks. And then when the guy done got buried and rest his soul, then we gonna stop walking. We'll raise hell for 2 weeks, and that's it. Okay? Right. And they know that's what
and they already know that.
They already know. Give them 2 weeks, and those Negroes go back in their house and shut up.
Yeah.
Right. One of the things too, Bernard, you and we all share a text, and one of the things I want to start talking about is when we're out here, not only about myself, but when we're out here vetting candidates for city council, things like that, we've got to start looking at who we put in office. And so, for example, I might be very candid. One of the things I like to do is to bring people together and have conversations about just what you talked about, is how do we work more towards a policing situation, or a situation where our communities are no longer threatened and attacked. That's what's happening right now. Our communities are attacked, and we got the same folk that look like us that won't even protect us through policy. And that's a problem. That's a problem when you can't go to a representative from a federal level, from a Warnock level, all the way down to a local level to say, what are you all doing? And I'm really looking now at I'm really looking at our leadership. None of them, even from Warnock to Ossoff, have done anything to address the situation. None of them. So why are we putting people back in office that don't care about our communities, that don't care about infrastructure, that don't care about anything other than patting their damn selves on their back? Yeah. Why do we keep doing that? So we as citizens now are the fools.
You know what? The bottom line is, at the end of the day, you say, look at our leadership. I've been looking at our leadership for the last 40 years. I see it. Y'all, they go around there and they come in your community when it's time to vote. They'll come in your community and give that, and I'm going for Warnock and all of them. They'll come in your community and they'll give y'all this little party, and then when y'all put them in office, then they go ahead and turn their back on y'all. At the end of the day, stop listening to all the BS. Stop listening to it, man. I'm telling you, when they have these rallies and all that, don't go. You know what I'm saying? Don't go. At the end of the day, I'm tired. When I say I'm tired, I'm sick and tired. I'm tired of Savannah, Georgia. I'm tired of Savannah, Georgia leadership. I want to pack my clothes and get the hell on, because ain't nothing gonna change. Ain't nothing gonna change. And that's just the way I feel. Ain't nothing gonna change. And I see it. For 5 months, I see a lot of BS. A lot of BS in Savannah. A lot of talking, a lot of BS. And some of the people that y'all supporting, I disagree.
Yes, I disagree. Let's put it on the table. Let's put the cards on the table. Keep going. I agree with you. 100%.
I disagree. At the end of the day, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, and what I'm about to say may step on a lot of toes, and I don't really care. If I was in Savannah, Georgia, and I was voting, I won't vote for none of y'all. I'm just being honest.
Well,
I'm tired. Wait. I'm tired of giving my vote to the wrong people. I'm tired of going to the poll and vote for somebody because I know them. man, what look like us ain't always for us.
We
I'm
haven't.
gonna tell you right now. I've been getting some texts back and forth, and I ain't calling no name because I'm gonna leave it like that. But at the end of the day, somebody doing a lot of lying in Savannah, Georgia. That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
Well, you ought to know who that is. Sandra, what you were saying, Dollar?
Well, you know, you can either vote or you represent. You know, when I was tired of voting for all the wrong people, I started doing just like what you do, Bernard, is I started raising awareness as to the issues, and then I put my name in the hat for the position. Now, you know, at the end of the day, I was not selected for the position, but I no longer felt bad for my community once I did what I was supposed to do as a leader, you know, because see, I can lead without having a title. I've always done that, you know.
Yeah.
But see, so many of the people that we have elected and these activists and all of this type of stuff, they can't lead if they don't have a camera in their face. They can't lead if they don't have, you know, if somebody ain't slipping the money up under the table.
Shonda, that's what it is right there. Two of them in particular, I can call some names. I'll get money. It ain't about no, I'm gonna lead. It's about I don't want this $1,000 under the table kickback leaving my table, my wallet. That's all that's about. Okay, none of them really lead. Nobody really lead. You want to talk about leadership? Let's talk about experienced leadership. We can talk about that, but it ain't about that. Especially over here, it's about what I'm getting under the table. I just wanted to shut. That's the issue right there.
But, and we totally agree with that. But this what we have to do here. Whatever they're doing on the right, let them keep doing whatever they're doing on the right, getting money, doing all that. If I'm running a campaign, the last thing I'm going to be getting up there talking about what they're doing. I'm going to sit up there and stand up and tell you what I'm going to do. What I'm going to do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to all the hospitals and talk to these old folks that get out of hospital and don't have nowhere to stay. What I'm going to do, I'm going to have a meeting at City Hall with the ones that ain't doing their damn job. I'm going to have a meeting and everybody going to see the color of what they're doing out down there. I'm going to knock on some doors and I'm going to say, hey, I'm Bernard Brown and I'm running for mayor and this is what I'm going to do for y'all. And this is what I'm not going to do for y'all. I'm not going to sit here in your front room and lie to you and say I'm going to change things overnight. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I ain't going to tell you what they ain't doing because y'all already know what they ain't doing. And I'm just keeping it real. They already know what they ain't doing.
Well, and the thing is, too, and this is the bottom line, and I have to agree with Chandra. We can continue. It goes back in the times what you said, but now we can continue to we can put the blinders on. You know, when horses are going down the street, we all see sometimes they put blinders on. You have folks that put blinders on, and you know that it's a saying to expect different and keep voting for the same people or put the same people in the office. It's called idiocracy. What an idiocracy. So we can continue to be idiots, so we can change it. It don't matter. At the end of the day, you know, how do you learn about what people are doing? Sometimes you got to show up and hear it. Sometimes you got to take it upon yourself to do the research. And I agree with you. You know, the information is out there. And there's a number of candidates right now who are jumping in the race and they're good candidates, but they don't necessarily have the wherewithal. Now me, I'm a little different, but they don't necessarily have the wherewithal to understand how that looks. But then, and I look at the 3rd district, we have a good candidate over there. But you know, we gotta all sit down, as you said earlier, and really have a hard conversation about what do we want. And this is in this municipality all the way over to LA. You know, look at what happened in Chicago. The citizens of Chicago sent a sitting mayor home, and that's because they took the time to do the research to say, you know what, Lori Lightfoot, you're not doing what we need. And so, you know, and a lot of this too, and a number of politicians in this city, you've done all you can do for us, and that's what we got to realize. We got a number of people who have been there for years and years and years. They have done all that they can do. So we
Yeah.
need to look at a fresh perspective, or we go back to the well that's already dry. It's up to us.
Yeah. And I said the other day, yesterday was the anniversary of the death of Martin Luther King Jr. And I don't care what they say about him, he is a man, but he was a leader, and he was a selfless leader. Because back in those days, it didn't pay for you to be stepping out front and leading a civil rights movement when you got more than half of America, was white at the time. More than half of America was white at the time. And they, more than 80% of those white people were against equal rights. So his life was in jeopardy every time he stepped anywhere, but he did it because of the mission, because he wanted to see better for his people, even if he wouldn't live to see it, But these people that we're calling leaders, they are not leaders.
Well, Savannah has a problem anyway, Sandra, because when King was touring and going across the nation to uplift us and to tell us what needs to be done, Savannah was one of the cities that said that this Negro was out of place and stirring up trouble for all of us.
Stirring up trouble for everybody.
Yeah. So, It's a history of Savannah doing this, Yeah.
It's
a history.
And they sent it down to their grandkids and their great grandkids to be bootlickers. And I said it.
Well, let me offer this. And we all know this, and this has got to be talked about. This is an elephant in the room. We have an old guard, the bougie black folk, and I'm gonna use that thing of one way of leading, and that's that group. You sit quietly, you be a little dog, and you get pet, and you get your little money, and you go home. You got the new wave of folk that don't necessarily need their pocket full, who are filled with money, who really care about these communities. That's the factions you have here. So what we need is those who want to go make that money, who want those kickbacks, go do it somewhere else. But for far too long, and if you from this city, and I'll use Savannah as an example because that's what we've been talking about, the West Side corridor has looked the same for over 60 years. So what bothers me is the same people that has represented those areas have been getting kickbacks, have been filling their pockets, have been growing their bank accounts, while single moms who got kids going to school have to figure out how to feed their children. While elderly women over here are getting their lights turned off. We're not bringing people together. We're not caring about communities, and we gotta stop being serious about what do we want. Do we want people to just go downtown to make money, which is not what it's about? Or do you want people to go in there and really advocate? And so, what does advocacy? Bernard says, "Tell me how you do it." And what does advocacy look like? Advocacy looks like bringing people in your front room to have conversations from the district, who represent nonprofits, who represent city services. I've done it, and I continue to do it. Nobody else will do it. That's leadership.
Yeah, but we can't just hold those elected officials responsible. It's other people that has to be responsible too. You got community leaders, you got the church, which holds a big responsibility in helping to elect the people that represent us. So we got to bring everybody in. Yeah, we can talk bad about all those leaders, but we got to hold those accountable also, who keep putting them in there every time. It ain't just the little people you see, right? It's the church that's not speaking up. It's the church that's following this nonsense. It's the church that sees these underserved communities continue to be underserved, and they still every day support the people who are holding us back. So it's a lot,
Yep.
And
then you even got business, the big business owners, because we do have some big business owners among the Black community. even down in Savannah. But see, once they get in, you know, with the 1%, then they're just like, the hell with y'all. You know, I got me and my family in the door, so I'm not even trying to hold it open for y'all. Carol Bell, what's that guy's name? That president of Carver State Bank. You know, there's a lot of business owners. Pelote, you know, I'm not trying to hold it open for y'all because I can only see me and my family.
Yeah. But you know what? Let me on the outside looking in, let me tell you what the community looking at. They're looking at this here. Okay. You got leaders already in the house, right? So they're looking at, okay, what are you gonna do? What you running for office? What are you gonna do to make a change and for me to vote for you instead of vote for the person already there? What's the message? What's the message? What you gonna tell me when I get behind those curtains and go vote? Gonna make me vote for you, Robin. Gonna make me vote for you, Alicia. Gonna make me vote for you, Keisha. Gonna make me vote for you. What are y'all gonna tell me to make me say, you know what? They ain't got to go, and they keeping this real, and I'm just being real.
That's right. No,
you got
exactly
to change my mindset of who I need to vote for, bringing in new meat, or we might well keep the same people down there if y'all are talking about the same thing.
You're exactly right. You're exactly right, and I can only speak for me, and that's one thing I got to pull myself back and start speaking for me. And I'll tell you specifically about me. It's bringing people together. What we have lost sight of, and we see this far too often in DC, is collaboration, right? There's nothing I can do alone, but when I pull together my constituent, Mr. Fields, over in Tatumville, and his issue about his family, when I pull together my next door neighbor who's an elderly woman who has served her community as an educator and now as a regular citizen, what I can do is I can listen and I can remember their issues, and I can advocate when I'm at that planning table. I can pull people together that can alleviate homelessness, that can address poverty. That's real life solution. That's
You on mute.
You mute.
You mute.
That was the dog. He did that. Well, I can give you. He did. He really came by and did that. But I can give you things.
The dog telling you to hush.
Right. I can give you things that I can measure, and that's what's different for me in particular versus anybody else, any other candidate. I can give you things that you can measure. What do I mean by that? I can tell you all day I went to Greenbrier Center and celebrated that new infant wing they added. That's wonderful. But how have I contributed to making that a reality is the conversation. How do I now go to the city hall to advocate for them? How do I pull them together at a table for nonprofit who can help fund them? That's the difference between talking and leadership. And as far as it goes with my particular race, I can give you 100 different things that I'm doing beyond sitting here and putting words in an airspace. It's beyond words in the airspace. Is what can you do with the authority, with your platform, to bring people together to identify resources that's going to keep our communities going. I was in a meeting the other day, matter of fact, Bernard, where the question was asked of a certain representative about sidewalks. And the person who was asking about the sidewalks was not just asking about sidewalks, they were talking about that particular issue, which had to do with ADA compliance. So when the person answered it, the quote unquote leader answered it, they answered it insufficiently because they had forgotten about that constituent's issue. See, that's the difference between me and other people. I remember what you tell me. I advocate on what people tell me, not on what I want for myself. And that's the difference between me and all the others.
Yeah.
Okay. We got to start our topics in a second, y'all know. We got a good little while because we started late because Charlie's going to dinner. He had something he had to do today. We don't know
all night long.
We don't know where Tiffany at, but Jamar is at the Black Book Club at Georgia Southern. So those three people are not with us tonight. But Uncle Sean, you can't sit there. I know you're gonna have a lot to say about what we're going to discuss first in our open discussion. And our open discussion starts out with, y'all know what happened.
Yes.
John Cena. John
Yes.
Cena. Okay, so you go ahead, Uncle Sean, and you start this here for us. And let's go from there.
First off, I'm going to tell you I'm very unbiased on this. I started out very unbiased on this because Iowa took out my Gamecocks. Okay, I thought my Gamecocks was going to go all the way, and they put a nail in our coffin, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I kind of wanted them to lose, especially with the, you know, little hand waving the face thing and all that.
It's called the John Cena.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's what they call it, John Cena? I didn't know that.
Wrestler, John Cena.
I didn't know that. Well, she got it back. Hey, she got it back. To each his own. You know what I'm saying? If you can dish it, you should be able to take it. It's all in good sportsmanship. In my opinion, it's all in good sportsmanship. It's just like boxers before the fight. Everybody want that picture of them standing there. Everybody want that, you know, and after the fight, nobody talks stuff. Everybody goes home, lick their wounds, all this other stuff. Well, to the victor goes the spoils. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure if she had won, she probably would have done it again, but she didn't. So it's back in the face.
I don't feel like it was so much her that had an issue with it.
Right, she didn't.
She didn't have an issue with it. She was upset because they lost the game. It was America.
Cancel culture. Cancel culture.
It was America that felt some kind of way. You know, that you have these young ladies, you know, that look like me over there at LSU, you know, playing their heart out. That's just like, I mean, it reminds me of a beach high school game. I mean, I'm there for it because the beach high school ladies basketball team used to be. I don't know how they are now, but they were something undefeatable back in the 90s.
You sound like North Charleston High School back in the 90s. You couldn't stop Coach Tillman. You know, not.
So here we are, you know, nobody should have felt any kind of way because this is sports. And they saw that white girl, she was taunting just like everybody else was.
And she is good.
Yeah. And she's good at what she does. She's good at what she does. But at the end of the day, don't call our kids classless. You don't have the right to call our kids classless because they played their heart out. You know.
And they won.
Yeah. Shout out to Floyd J. Johnson. You know, I'm a Floyd's daughter.
Well, question. And this is a shout out to folks Savannah. When don't y'all get to know her that closely?
Well, you know, everybody remembers
I'm saying, everybody love to jump on the bandwagon. If y'all knew the girl so much, why y'all didn't help her with a scholarship?
I knew her mama.
I'm just saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I knew her mother, and I supported her even when she went to American Idol. You know.
That's who that was?
Yeah.
Stop playing.
Yeah.
Wow.
So Flaude, she's been doing her thing
for a while.
I was very impressed.
That's even the more. Shouts out.
I was very impressed that she went on and went to LSU. You know, that's an expensive school to go to. But if she got a full ride, hell yeah. Because my son, he wants to go there just on the strength.
No, and I'm like, send him to Georgia. It's a better school.
Whatever.
She got a full ride for 1 year.
You know, but
no.
But I'm thinking after this year, they're gonna reconsider because that girl, she just got a Puma contract. You know, I think it was yesterday.
Good job.
You know,
good job.
So, but we're all nostalgic. I'm nostalgic because every time I see her, I think about her daddy and how he was cut down too soon, you know.
By who?
And I still listen to,
By who? I ain't gonna go down. I'm gonna leave that alone.
you know, and I still listen to his music
Mhm.
to this day, you know. So, I mean, that's that part.
That's what's up. That's what's
All
up.
right,
I
who's
didn't
next?
know that.
Because I know Bernard's waiting for all y'all to shut up so he can go. All y'all that went. 'Cause I'm busy trying to load something, so that's why y'all ain't heard from me. But this is y'all night. Go to work.
Hey. Let me say this here. I agree with all y'all saying. That was really good political correct answers and comments that y'all made. Let me break this shit down to y'all. First of all, it was racist. It was blunt wrong. I seen every last one of you girls. I seen them play when they was in the 8th grade. Every last one of them. Period. At the end of the day, is this. We talk BS. Players talk BS. Coaches talk BS. Everybody talk BS. The problem was the white girls got their butt whipped by a bunch of black girls on national TV, the most watched girls game ever. At the end of the day, Becky did what she had to do to South Carolina. Okay, LSU done took it personal. They took it personal, and they tore those girls' butt up. At the end of the day, the only people got problem with them is the white media, and some white folks got a problem with it because they little Becky got dragged on national TV. And all of a sudden, ain't no different when the little Becky done was talking noise, happy and all that. So when our girls do that, even though I don't too much care about the LSU coach, and that's a personal thing, but I wasn't gonna say nothing. I didn't really want LSU. I wasn't gonna say nothing. But when I seen these people, white folks, attack our babies the way they was attacking them, I had to say something. Y'all got your butt whooped. Go home and cry. And at the end of the day, Miss Clark didn't really care because Miss Clark and Miss Reed was going at it. She didn't care. They asked her a question. Do you think it was a racist thing? He said, no, at the end of the day, we both was going at it. We was competing. And the way they did these young girls at LSU, every black person in America to be rat on their bandwagon. It was a shame. And they took that championship, what they won, they made it sad. Because at the end of the day, I applaud Ms. Reed for standing up for what she believed in. She said, I am saying this on the people who can't say this at the end of the day. And my thing is this. Let me tell you something, Jill Biden. You out of pocket.
Yes.
You don't know anything about what's going on. Ain't no way in hell that a second place team should be going to the White House. That never happened before in history. The team that won go to the White House. And I'm glad the LSU girls told them, they ain't saying it, but I'm saying it for them. Go to hell.
They said we're not coming. They said we're not coming.
I know you said it, but I'm saying they probably didn't say it.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I didn't hear this.
I'm saying the cuss word for them.
No, shut what happened. I'm not aware of that. What happened?
What happened? Miss Reed, the head girl, told Miss Jill Biden that she would not be coming to the White House. And then everybody else jumped on and said, "You right, we are not coming to the White House." Why y'all won't bring the black girls to the White House and congratulate them, and then y'all talking about bringing all these Beckys, the second place player? Y'all need to go practice, and then maybe next year y'all may be winning. Stop doing our girls like this, man. It's wrong.
So what happened was, Robert, because Bernard not telling it.
Yeah, because I'm telling you.
I'm telling you.
Wait.
Get up, Bernard. Get up.
I'm telling you, Sonya, you want to tell it. You trying to tell it, Sonya, in a polite way.
I'm telling it the right way. So right after the game, this is for the audience. right after the game,
Okay, go ahead. Tell us.
Dr. Biden she invited both teams
Right.
to
I say
the
that.
White House.
Right. Okay.
And everybody noticed that because they were like, well, wait a minute. Only usually the winning team comes to the White House.
I got it. You're gonna
Yeah.
So what's the difference here?
Well,
and the only damn difference is that this is primarily a black team.
Mm-hmm.
And and Jill Biden, Dr. Biden was at the game. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
She could have congratulated all of the Ohio players. She could have went right in there into the locker room and said, hey, good game, high five. But y'all do better next year. And then come out like the first lady or the president should and say, LSU, great game. We're inviting you to the White House. You got an open invitation. But not you got an open invitation with the people that you beat. No. You don't get players' participation points. What the hell is this?
Okay.
So,
okay.
Tanya,
you basically say the same thing I said. Period. You basically say the same thing.
Tell the real story, though.
No, the real story is this. You dressed it up. At the end of the day, it was absolutely damn wrong for her.
He's gonna get you. He's gonna get you.
Hey, it was absolutely. Hey, at the end of the day, it was absolutely wrong, and I don't know if she invited them that night or whatever. Shit.
Yeah.
Hold on, y'all.
No, he gonna slap you when he see you.
I think that she invited them the next day.
Yeah, but at the end of the day.
And April Reese said, no, I'm not coming. We're not coming. Shit. So if y'all want Becky them there, have Becky them there. Introduce them as y'all second place winners in the Final Four.
Yeah, hey, we understand. The bottom line is they disrespected those damn girls.
Yeah, they did.
What's wrong with your phone? Buy him some things.
Golly.
Hold up.
It's Jill Biden coming to what is it?
Hey,
Hey. Everybody got a gremlin.
See, somebody
It's
the
the
bottom
dog.
line is
It's the dog.
They disrespect those damn girls at the end of the day, and we know sports. That ain't never happened when they invited the second place team to the White House. You know, only way they saying that they want to make those Becky girls feel good. Man, whatever.
Well, I got a problem.
Did Iowa change colors this year?
I don't care about no damn Iowa. I got a problem with the Bidens in the first place. Let me tell you what my problem is. Jill and Joe and Jack and Jill and all of y'all better get together quick. You keep giving money to the Ukraine. You keep patting number 2 in the back. You better start waking up, because I can tell you this right now. You ain't got my vote, because here's my problem. Why you ain't give our communities $30 billion? Why you ain't do that?
Because we can't use tanks.
Well,
because we can't use tanks. That's the only reason why we didn't get $30 billion in Abrams and in old equipment. That's what when they talk about the $30 billion or the $30 million that they're giving to the Ukrainians, they actually that's just a receipt that they're showing. Like, hey guys, all of these old M16s, these old plates, the stuff that we had in storage that we really can't just sell. We can sell them to you, this country, for this price. Ukraine, are y'all willing to buy this at this price? And Ukraine is like, hell yeah, because we need it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That's great.
Yeah, we're not giving.
That's wonderful. Okay, so you mean to tell me we don't have enough resources and produce and food to feed our hungry people? You mean to tell me we don't have enough support to help our elderly people who are struggling with bills and on fixed income? I don't care nothing about who can buy what tank and what can buy what plane. What I do care about is why we can't pull people together, such as senators and local leaders and regional leaders, to fix the problems right in front of us. don't care nothing about their wall. I care about our people over here eating the candy and get the basic skills. Come on.
That's
Yeah.
Okay,
That's stupid.
okay. But my thing is to all the people that keep saying they're not voting for Biden. I don't care if you don't vote for Biden. But my thing is, if Donald Trump is the only one on the ticket and you vote for somebody else or
Who you
not
voting
vote,
for?
that's a vote for Trump.
Exactly.
And if you want Trump in there, you think this here happened, they'll be doing it to you too. In the grocery stores and every damn way else.
Yeah, I'm gonna start opening up like
You
this.
know, so y'all got to be thinking when y'all
And-
say this here now that you're not. I got a problem with him too. I got a problem with what Jill did. I do. You know,
Yeah.
because it was her appeasing a different segment of the population that don't like her any damn way.
Right.
He don't get no votes in Iowa. Biden don't win Iowa.
Not at all.
You know, so what you care about Iowa? Those people that felt that way, they're not voting for Biden either. So why appease them?
Exactly. And that's the main part right there.
We
And
got
the
to stop
simple
appeasing
fact,
people.
but you know what? Biden said his first speech, his inaugural speech, he said he wasn't talking to us. He was talking to the Trump guys. He said, guys, give me a chance. It's not going to be that bad. I promise you. It's not going to be as bad as you think it's going to be. He said that to the Trump crowd. He's not here for us. He's here to basically fix Trump's mess in a political way, in so many words.
Well,
It's
that's
like
true.
you had harsh toilet paper. Well, here's some cotton air for that ass for a little while.
Well, and you know, here's my thing too. I tell you right now. What's the young man that was a Republican guy? I can't remember his name. John Kasich. If John Kasich ever ran against Trump well, John got the Republican nomination. John would be pretty much a good moderate option, and he would. I think if he got the right candidate, he could beat him. And here's my problem with both Trump and Joe. They're the same people. And you know, I would never vote for Trump, and I would never vote against Biden. I am going to be provocative, but at the end of the day, if you ain't helping my communities, I don't care no more. I'm like not now. If you're not going to help my communities, people that look brown and black folk and all that, I don't want to hear all that rhetoric. I don't want to care about what are you saying. I don't want to hear about it.
Robert, we're on LSU right now.
Okay.
We got that's coming up in a few.
Okay.
But we're on LSU right now.
Well, I'll talk about that too. You know, again, she's pandering to people that look like her because she's scared of black folk. That's the bottom line. Let's stop playing pussyfoot with it.
Yeah.
Stop, and this is go to the number of folks who identify as white and scared of black folk. Stop that. That's what it was. It's come down to you scared of them for whatever reason. Get past your phobias.
But I love the fact that those girls spoke their truth, especially that Angel Reese. She said, this was personal. She said, I played this game because all year long y'all been telling me I'm too ghetto, I'm too this, I'm too hood, all of this. But I don't get to see people that look like me doing what I did, you know. And
she only a sophomore.
That's right. So she spoke her truth. I loved her for it, you know, and they should just be all year long for the rest of the year until it's time for them to start again. You know, they should be, you know, getting their endorsements and everything. Don't let nobody mess with y'all, you know.
And this is the thing. I'm gonna use Jameis Winston as an example. As long as those little black boys and little black girls are over there making money for LSU and these big schools like Florida State and LSU, they're great. But let them go in the store and do one little thing bad, like grab a chick or a crab leg and kind of walk out. They're gonna crucify them. We gotta start protecting our folks against that too. As long as that little girl over there, them girls over there playing and making LSU tons of money and don't get no return on their investment, But let that girl go in there and steal a pencil. Or happen to take a pencil or do something wrong on campus. They're gonna crucify her.
But you know what? Now all that stuff has changed now that they let these girls sign their own contracts and stuff early and still
Yeah.
play. All that stuff changed. I don't think none of them asking for book money and all that other stuff now.
Yeah.
That's right.
You
But-
know,
They can buy cottonelle.
exactly. Now they can
Yeah.
some cotton there.
But no, I got cottonelle.
The bottom line is this, man. Let the girls celebrate their championship. It happened. It moved on. And it is what it is. Period.
Well, it is what it is, like Bernard said, and we see it for what it is, and we know Shannon Sharp said it very well. They want to call her classless, clueless, unsportsmanlike, and everything. But the day before, two nights before, when Caitlin Clark did it, it was all good. It was the rivalry in the game. It was her competitiveness. Her and she's a hell of a player.
Yes,
Yeah.
she
Hey,
is.
Bernard,
I'll pick her first.
someone told me about it, wasn't it?
I'll pick her first.
Yeah. Hey, I seen her play in the 8th grade, and I told her, I never thought that little white girl would turn out to be the NCAA Player of the Year. I got to get to the white girl bad. She bad.
She shot better than
bad.
the boys shot.
I call her Steph Curry's sister. Shit.
She pulled up from
But
anyone.
I think
Yeah.
yeah. I'm mad with my girl though, South Carolina. I'm mad with Dawn. Because at the end of the day, Lil Becky would have been seeing the floor at least about maybe 15 times, man. You can't let the white girls, what they do is shoot. That's what they do.
Exactly.
I had an AAU team. I had 7 white girls, and my daughter was the only black girl on there, and I surrounded her with shooters, and they was wondering why we was beating them. One thing about the white girl, you got to get to them, they can shoot that rock. You know, they can't play nothing else, but they can shoot that rock.
Yep, white boys too. They can aim now. The motherfuckers. Excuse me. They can aim.
Yeah.
I'm shocked.
They hoping. No white folks, man, just hoping. They're hoping for somebody that they can chill for. That's all, man. Larry Bird ain't coming back. So
Well,
it is what it is, man. Leave those girls alone. All those girls about to get paid. If they ain't about to get paid before, they gonna get paid right now.
Yeah.
my thing is we cannot be mad at Kate and Clark, period.
Nah.
Because she didn't say one word. She didn't say it was class.
Yeah.
She didn't protest it. She didn't do anything but take it. Everybody else has been saying all this bull.
Yeah.
And
You know what
said
they told
after
them
the
doing, y'all?
She said after the game.
She told the media.
Huh? I think we got a delay or something.
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me? Bernard, you frozen. You frozen. You having a technical problem.
But she shut the lights out.
She did. And she never said a word. She said that's part of the game after they asked her about what Angel Reese did.
Yeah.
She said that's part of the game. She didn't complain. Everybody else in America was complaining. They had one photo where they were showing people in the audience, in the stands, all the faces on how they were celebrating and how they were all shocked. Other people were just shocked that they done lost the game. You was down 17 with you was down 13 with a minute to play. What you thought was gonna happen? End up losing by 17.
Yeah.
But
and one thing she did say, she told them, hey, y'all just need. She did spoke up, say, hey, y'all need to leave Reeves alone. We both was competing. Let it go.
Yeah, exactly. She did, and I gave her much props for that. Much props.
Yeah,
she's a bad player. She's a bad. I don't know who get her. Atlanta Dream need her. Atlanta Dream need her.
But she only a sophomore. She only a sophomore.
She needs to
she a junior. Hey, her and Reeves. Hey, but Reed's gonna make more money in college this year than the WNBA.
She showed
Yep.
it. Her Puma contract, the most they make in the WNBA is $50,000. You know,
Really?
Yeah. Average start out 50,000. That's why they
average
go
is
overseas.
$50,000.
Yeah.
You trying to tell me we did all that stuff with Ukraine and Russia for $50,000?
Not your girl making more than that. It's the average starting out is 50. Some of them making more than that, but I'm just saying.
Well, see, I don't think that that's right. You know, that is terribly wrong because they're not even making as much as the damn average secretary.
Right.
And the WNBA is whether they not making NBA money, but they making money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
But
most
they that's their fault. That's their fault too. It's like they gotta put on a show. They gotta not put on a show, but they gotta put on more of a show. They gotta make it more. How can I say it?
who fought
More
it is?
of a spectators, like more people put it more on television. Not just more on television, but the NBA didn't start out one of the top things to watch every time that it comes on and all this other stuff. It built to that. You know what I'm saying? And the WNBA has to build to that. They shouldn't think that they can just land on the says, we're a version of the
Discrimination at its best.
Nah, I disagree, Sean. I disagree
too. Yeah.
They've been in the WNBA. They done been here 20 years. It's been 20 years now. The girls, they start out. They some of them making money, some of them not. I think they got a good product. I think I'm glad they got rid of the president. She wasn't doing her job the last 3 years. But I think they're bigger now than what they was. They signing most of those girls and boys. If you ain't got no real endorsement behind you, most of that money ain't guaranteed.
That's true.
Most of that money ain't guaranteed. So Michael Jordan last 2 years of Michael Jordan years, he got 30 million. And that's the most he got combined in his whole basketball career was 60 million. All this money came from endorsements.
But see, his endorsements has nothing to do with his NBA contract.
Right. Nothing. It's separate.
Right. And that's with the females too. The females, when Brittany Griner came from Russia back in the thing, her contract with thing didn't have anything to do with American Airlines.
Right.
She flew back with or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. I mean,
okay.
That's why I say it's on them. Right now, that this one female, I forgot her name. I was trying to look it up. That's playing. That she just signed with Michael Jordan. This girl is bad. I don't know if she's still in high school or what. But like she's like this little phenom. She just signed up with Michael Jordan brand or Nike under the Jordan brand or something like that.
Yeah.
But she is bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She is going to make money, and she can literally sit back and say, "I'm not going to play in the WNBA unless one of these teams offer me such and such." A lot of people don't know Patrick Ewing used to be the highest paid player in the NBA with $250,000.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Michael Jordan said, "Hey, I want a better contract. I want more. I deserve more. Give me more." And I sit out a year. They couldn't if LeBron wanted to hit $1 billion, all he have to do is sit back and say, "You know what? I decide I'm going to retire unless somebody offer me $1 billion."
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, we need to get to our next. What is happening here? We need to get to our next subject. And Chicago has a new mayor, y'all.
Yeah.
Brandon Johnson. He was a former teacher, and he's the new mayor of Chicago, Illinois, y'all. the new mayor. Great. He beat Mr. Vallis, I think his name was, and now he was the underdog, and now he's the mayor-elect.
Yeah, because you know why they thought that he couldn't win? Because all people in Chicago, well, all they want to talk about every time they talk about Chicago is the crime problem. But he said it's not just a crime problem. We have program issues that I need to put in place so that we can address the crime. Because see, he has the same idea that I have. Nobody just jumps out of their bed at night and say, I just need to go and commit a crime.
Right.
You know,
Right.
there are reasons why people, have to resort to crime. You know, you do have criminals, but overall, most people are inherently good. You know, overall.
But
So
the root problem, Chandra, the root problem to all of this, 90% of the issues we see in our community is poverty. And
yes,
as you said, if I'm at home and all of my life, I've never had, and I watched my mom struggle, and this and that, and that and that. At some point, it's like you backing a bear into a corner. It's going to react. And so what better way to make a living if the system is not going to allow me to make it? Everybody want to eat. So
yes.
if that's the only way I'm going to eat, I'm going to eat. And while I'm not an advocate for crime. We just don't want to solve the poverty issue. Capitalism is the best friend to poverty. But
Say that again.
Capitalism is the best friend to poverty. And when you understand the root of an issue, it's like a root canal. If you have to go get a root canal, if you don't get that root canal, that tooth and that mouth will decay. But until you fix the root of that problem, it's not going to surprise. How do you fix it? You have community programs. You have outreach. You have this elimination of poverty through living wage. Savannah in particular. We're talking about Savannah. If you go look at the ports and you see how much money comes to those ports, there is no reason why this city got poverty. None. $1 billion comes to that port today, I guarantee you. But poverty is the root of all of this.
I demand 1% just to use my port. I need 1% coming through there.
Yeah.
You're not on the screen, Shannon. You got your camera out.
They don't want to even really address poverty, because addressing poverty would mean that they are paying people a living wage, and then they are pushing our kids back into trades and paying good money with those trades, because like welders and stuff like that, those people make good money, but all you see on TV, I mean, in school and things like that, they telling us how to get in poverty by going to college, So if they would say, okay, let's push our kids back into the trades that we left behind, and now these Mexicans, they come in here and work in the same trades that our fathers and forefathers used to dominate. Masonry, construction, all of those used to be jobs that when you couldn't get another job, you could get a job in those fields.
Exactly.
If you
go build a house on the weekend.
But now, come over to Texas. You will not see not one, or maybe you might see one black person, but you'll be hard to press to find a black person working in any of the major trades, electrician, any of them.
I don't know how we wandered so far off subject, but
because we were talking about this.
But that's what he offered, right? He offered more education. He offered a fix to the problem.
My thing is this. Let's see what he do the first 100 days. Let's see what he do the first 100 days. Everybody can sit up there and say what they're gonna do, and half of them ain't doing shit. So I woo wah wah. He want being a mayor. Okay, let's see what he'll do the first 100 days. That's our problem. Is we always get fooled by us. We always get fooled at the end of the day. Let's see what he do the first 100 days, and then we'll come back on the next. Come back on the Rabble, then we'll talk about it.
You know what? That's interesting that you said that, Bernard, because I just watched the show the other day, and this show was talking about Obama when he was in office. It was weird off subject, but talking about aliens. But when Obama was in office, he said they don't want us to ask about that. You know, don't. Now he's the president of the whole United States, and someone is telling him where he shouldn't venture or he shouldn't ask questions about and all this other stuff. You know what I mean? Same thing with the mayor. What you expect him to do in the first 100 days? What lightning strike will you want to see to make you say, you know what? Wow, that guy did what Lightfoot couldn't. Because I'm sure Lightfoot had her hands in knew a lot of people that made her, and that's just me playing devil's advocate or whatever. I want to give the guy his hands.
Yeah, Lightfoot ain't did nothing.
And I agree with you to some degree, Sean. I think 100 days is probably a little too soon. One thing you can do is look at people and see whether they're really trying to do. We had somebody who done had Bernard 1,000 days. he ain't done nothing yet here in Savannah.
12 years.
He done had 1,000 days times 4 terms or something like that. So he done had 4,000 days and ain't done nothing. 5,000 days almost and ain't done nothing. So Bernard, you got a good point, but I think that this guy is genuinely trying with the subjects, the things that he wants to do. It takes not only the mayor to do it, it takes the council to help him. And the police union is against him. That shows you right there that ain't too much of a sellout gonna be in, because the police union is after him. They weren't behind him. So it's gonna be interesting. I'm proud of him. I'm glad that he won, because we need to hold everybody to that first 100 days. Because everybody that gets in office make promises, and if they aren't actively trying to do things to improve everybody's lives who elected them, then they broke those promises.
Wasn't Lightfoot like a chief before, a police chief?
No, I think she's like an 8
I don't know.
Like before she became, but the thing wasn't she like the police?
Our background was being an attorney. But and that, let me talk on that, Sean, because honestly, I would be because I believe and this is me being biased a little bit, but educators, people who work in education, I think have a different lens on this stuff, and that's because when you understand how to do program planning and when you understand how education can liberate minds, you understand how the whole thing of policy and all of that can be changed through education and through programs. Well, I like the brother too. I think he's going to be a very different style of a leader, and I think it's time we put a preacher in the Senate. Why not put a professor on city council? Hey,
and you see what that preacher doing too, isn't it?
Well, he sure ain't for the weeping time, but I ain't gonna go there.
Not this program. We're gonna go there though. We all going there later on.
I want to go there.
We going there.
It's 8:35. We got to talk about Trump and how happy I was on yesterday.
We got 2 other things first, and then we're gonna give Trump his due. We got 40 minutes.
Trump 2024.
Look in the corner, it's 1:20. We got till We got 40 more minutes. So, second thing, Wisconsin. We ain't got to take but 1 minute in this. Republicans are acting. They should know what's going on in this country when Wisconsin is turning blue. If Wisconsin can change their Supreme Court to blue, see, and people just don't understand what these core issues are. Mm-hmm. Core issues like abortion will get you elected when you're on the on that stage, or you're on the a statewide or a stage. They elected this woman because of her stance on abortion, and they put her in there. Now the Wisconsin Supreme Court is majority Democrat. Mm-hmm. So I tried to tell these people that, and Democrats are too damn scary. I tried to tell these people, advocate on these issues. Mm-hmm. Run on these issues. Don't be all over the place. Mm-hmm. Run on these issues that people care about. It'll get you elected, but nobody don't want to listen, especially Democrats. Yep. Mm-hmm. Democrats don't want to listen.
Do not run on the scare tactics of the Republicans. Republicans run on scare tactics, but the Democrats need to be right in your face saying, hey, ladies, do you want to be able to do what you want to do with your body without a bunch of old white men telling you what you should be doing? Mm-hmm. Vote for me.
Yep. That's
Yeah. And you're right. I think the Democrat, it's up to them to lose it. You know what I'm saying? And last thing they want is their other food. But I always say the Democrat got it. It's up for them to lose it. All they got to do, like you said, just run on, especially abortion, man. These women, you had more women voting the last vote that came out than anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you stick with that, you'll be okay. If you try to go to your left, then you're in trouble. And that's what happened in Wisconsin. She did what she had to do, and she won.
Because now they are seeing the backfire of, abortion. The abortion law wasn't just an abortion law, okay? Because the backlash of it was all the other things that you can't do, Right. So if your child is growing on the inside of you with no brain, of course, everybody in America knows that you can't live if you don't have sustainable organs. Mm-hmm. But the way these laws are written, if this child is not going to pose a significant health risk to you, you can have a dying child growing on the inside of you, knowing that they're not going to be viable. They're not going to be viable, but just because of how the law is written, you got to continue to incubate this child, whereas your pain and suffering could be over in that first month or two, or whenever they find out that this child is not going to be viable. So it's the whole backlash. They seeing it now. Women dying.
Okay. So Wisconsin's turning blue. All the other states, if they realize what they can do, they can turn blue also. The subject, before we get to our main topic, we got one more subject, and that is Stacey Abrams. Stacey Abrams has taken a job at Howard University. She's ditching ever running for governor again, they say. I say good, because she didn't know what the hell she was doing. Smart. She was smart. She was a very attractive candidate for that position, but she still got off of what she did the first time. If she stuck to what she did the first time, she would have won. She got to be Hollywood Stacey the second time. Going to DC wasn't gonna get you no damn votes. Going to all these talk shows across all those other talk shows wasn't gonna get you no votes. You need to be knocking on damn doors. That's
in Georgia.
She got away from that. She started doing that partisan politics also. She started doing only certain people that she would deal with. You know, like me, she didn't want to deal with. So that cost her. You know, I ain't saying that I caused it. I'm saying that causes her. She did that in every city. She went and pick and choose who she wanted to deal with. So she got away from being who she was, and she got to be too Hollywood. So Hollywood got her at Howard University, and she's over the black race and black politics. She's the new chair for that particular endowment. And so goodbye to Stacy. Maybe she'll learn something up there. She's smart, articulate, very, very good candidate. Just didn't know what the hell she was doing. But any of y'all got anything on that?
I don't think that was the issue, Jew. I think that she didn't have the right people advising her.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's all I was saying just now. She didn't because she left certain people out. Every city she went in, she had people like Van Johnson would tell her, don't deal with this, don't deal with that, don't deal with these people. And you doing that in every city, you leaving people out. If Biden, if Warnock won the Senate, there's no reason Stacey shouldn't have won also.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, and it wasn't, at the end of the day, yes, she had wrong people giving her advice, but at the end of the day, she still was the head chief. She made those decisions.
Correct. It's her fault.
It's her fault. She made the decision. Even though if Drew is the is my head campaign, and I disagree with him, something I'm gonna say, hey, I don't think this gonna work. I'm gonna go the other way. But at the end of the day, she went to Hollywood, and her message to us wasn't the right message. She should have stuck when she ran the first time with that same message.
Yeah. She's a whole woman, Democrat, that lost during an abortion year. Like with abortion on the ticket.
Yeah.
There's
because
no
she wouldn't
reason
get off
why
the bus,
she
Sean.
Exactly.
She wouldn't get off the bus. She didn't get off the bus and knock on doors. Mm-hmm. She came to certain segments of the population and talked to them, got right back on the bus and drove away.
Literally, it sounded like to me, it looked like someone whispered in her ear, you know what, Stacey? Someone is saying president. Someone is whispering presidency. So maybe you don't want to be the governor of
They need to stop whispering. They need to stop whispering real quick.
Like that's probably what that's what it feels like happened, because she literally like fell off the race. Like she was still out there, but she wasn't campaigning nowhere in Georgia. She wasn't campaigning. You know, I saw Warnock all over the place. Kemp, he was like, hey, you got to beat me. You didn't see him all over the place, but you didn't see her either.
Yeah. She had bad management. That's what she had. Everywhere she went, she had bad management. All right, we're going to get to our last subject for our last 28 minutes or 27 minutes or whatever, 27 minutes. Y'all got 27 minutes before we are off of this subject here. Y'all can take it. You can talk about him. You can call him anything you want, but I think it's a great day in America. I think it's a great day in America. Yesterday was a great day. Look at that face. That's the face that I wanted to see right there. Discussion. I wanted to see him and the lady look just alike, don't they? Look like
I think it was his clone.
and it's a great day because I don't care whether Donald Trump gets convicted or not. I don't. All I care is that he gets his day in court, like I would be.
Yes.
Or like you would be.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He needs his day in court also. You cannot keep skirting the law and thinking that you're above the law. They call him Teflon Don for a reason. Mm-hmm. He broke so many rules, violated so many people, and he kept winning because he had the lawyers and he had the money to keep winning. A normal person wouldn't have won what Donald Trump did. And what pisses me off is all these followers of him. You know, you got certain dumb people a whole lot of places, of like the ones follow Van Johnson here. You got dumb people all over the country, like the ones follow Donald Trump all over the country. You got dumb people in the world who can't open their eyes and see, hey, this guy ain't really for me, or this guy ain't really for the people, or this guy really ain't no good, you know, and they can't see it. And that's what the problem is with me with dumb people. You know, you're not even looking at it realistically. The rich people think that Donald Trump is just good. They know he's an idiot. I talked to them. Mm-hmm. They know he's an idiot. They want him for tax breaks and everything. And the ones who don't want it for tax break just want it because they're racist. Undercover racist. Yeah. Donald Trump was good for tax. I agree with Donald Trump on several things. I did. I like Donald Trump because he was bold. But then he started getting stupid in the White House. He started doing idiotic stuff that made him unappealable to anybody, or should have been unappealable to anybody. But 71 more million fools voted for this man the second time around. I don't understand that. I can't even. It's incomprehensible. You know. Anyway, y'all.
Well, it made me feel so good yesterday, man. I put on my damn pearls and everything. I was just
you played set it off.
It was just a good day, you know, just to see him humble for just 145 minutes, you know, that he had to be humbled for 45 minutes, you know. Police standing behind him, not to protect his ass, but because he was in custody. You know,
exactly.
I mean, that made me feel some kind of way. It made me feel good. I don't care what they say about the DA saying, "Oh, well, he didn't lay out his case. He didn't do this." No, he don't really have to, because this is just the beginning. I believe.
Before y'all go, I wanted to say one other thing. I'm sorry, I done had my turn. But you know what it really would have capped the day, Bernard? Yeah. If Trump would have told, if Trump would have shot the judge of Bernie and told him to do himself. That would have made the day if Trump would have just violated. And the judge would have put him and the Secret Service agents in the jail.
Yeah. I'm going to find you in contempt. You know.
Yeah. Right.
It was his clone. It was his clone.
But
I said that.
You know what's so crazy?
But
what's so crazy about this?
Let me say this though.
What's so crazy about this is that Trump is a reality show within himself. We're looking at a reality show fool. You know what I'm saying? And so you can't do nothing but just laugh. You can't do nothing but just laugh at this fool, man. Because he believes everything he do is right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? and what's so crazy about it is that, come on, man. If you're gonna go out there and give somebody $130,000 like $130, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the, and then I find out she ain't the one told on him. The lawyer told on him. The one sitting in jail right now.
No, he ain't in jail no more.
He done got out.
Cohen?
Yeah. So he the one told on him.
Cohen pissed off. Cohen mad.
You know.
Cohen got him some blogs and everything.
Yeah.
Cohen made it rich off of this whole thing. He ain't hurt.
But I guarantee you won't get no sister no 100. Sister say, man, you better add some more zeros behind
y'all
that.
Look, hey, look at your boy. Look at your boy in Florida. They destroyed him.
Oh yeah. Only thing you can do, man, is laugh, man. We just sit here and watch.
But let me tell you,
the way Stormy got that money, she was gonna show the tape.
Stormy doing the next job.
That's why he was gonna. That's why
Stormy doing the next job. Listen. What's dangerous though, let's just attach to this, is throughout the country, y'all see these legislatures are putting the pressure on the district attorney.
Yeah.
Because guess what? The next time because guess what? Trump ain't gonna go to jail. Let me let y'all know that now. That's as far as that's gonna go. Trump,
he ain't gonna go to jail.
Trump got a major system that's creating and taking the very seats that's gonna indict him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're replacing. So right now, like in Georgia, if you're a district attorney and you don't do as we tell you to do, all right, it's time to go. Go on, pack your bag.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you best believe, not if most judges are Republican, you best believe he's gonna pay off the judge over that case. Trump, man, look at him.
No, because let me tell you what's gonna happen. Because see, he's such an arrogant idiot, that not even 5 hours after he is indicted, and the judge done warn him, don't say anything to incite any riots, anything, that's going to be, insightful. He goes and have a whole speech, talks about the judge, his jury, the wife, everybody.
It was his clone. It was his clone.
And his son put the judge kids up on the internet. What the hell? These people think that they're untouchable. Somebody got to show them what the deal is. And the way that you,
in the words of Teray,
wait, hold on. The way that you protect the rule of law is to show Donald Trump what time it is in America. Because he evidently don't have a watch to see what time it is. But
America.
People scare me. The federal government, the court system, all that court system, and God. Other than that,
exactly.
But as long as he feels like he can get away with it.
Everything. What you saying, Sean? I'm sorry.
Donald Trump, you said that they need to show Donald Trump. No, they need to show America that Donald Trump can't win. Right now, Donald Trump is just showing how he can circumvent the law, like a circumvention, and as long as that makes every lawyer right now on both sides should be sitting back like, hey, happy, because this right here shows you need lawyers. You need lawyers.
Well,
if you want to win, you need lawyers.
Hey, Sean, he called for all his supporters to show up in New York and to raise holy hell. Only about 100 to 120 of them showed up, and all of them was peaceful.
Exactly.
They know since January 6th.
January the 6th.
They know the federal government will prosecute you. I tell you, the federal government, if you ain't scared when they put your ass in that jail, you through.
Yeah.
You through. So then people ain't. If you go to jail for Donald Trump, you deserve to be in jail.
Exactly.
If you go to jail for dumbass Donald Trump, you deserve to sit in jail. Don't cry. Go and do the time, because Donald Trump is going to be at Trump Towers.
There it is.
Mar-a-Lago.
You're right, Mar-a-Lago.
He's going to be at Mar-a-Lago. Because he can say more when he's in Mar-a-Lago than he can when you didn't hear him saying nothing while he was in New York.
But I know y'all say that man, they put that man turn up on the internet.
Yeah.
That right there, I'm trying to tell you, the next court case that I have with Donald Trump, I would have no cameras, no thing, no nothing. I would go behind the chambers. I would want to see everybody in chambers with Donald Trump, and I'd slap the shit out of him. I swear, I would slap the shit out of him. How dare you put my churn on the internet, bro?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Real talk. Like, look, law is law, man is man, bro. Like, boom, you did that, boom. Real talk.
You're right. But they put that man kids in harm's way.
Yeah, that's
exactly.
You know,
and it's childish.
Seriously.
And that's what I'm saying. I would make a trip down to Mar-a-Lago, and I would man.
Yeah.
That's serious business right there, man. That's some serious business,
Yeah.
especially with these fools that storm the Capitol.
Yep.
Now
And in
you got
today's
these fools that storm the Capitol after my churn now. You know,
Yeah.
man, come on now.
You know what, though?
In today's climate, you don't play like that.
Yeah.
What Trump
Yeah.
is trying to do is get that kick from that judge because that he claimed that judge don't like him. So what he's trying to do is get it in a favorable courtroom. He claims that judge don't like him and the DA don't like him. So he's trying to really get a kick. He's trying to get things so the judge can do something so he can file with the Supreme Court to get the judge removed. That's all he is. The judge shouldn't fall for nothing.
Yeah.
The judge was sitting back talking about, oh my kids, huh?
All
Man,
he
I
did
didn't
was
like
made
them.
him mad.
Hey, he should have said, F them kids.
That's it.
Like,
Hey,
like,
if I was that judge, I'd
You
make
know what he could do? You know what he could do? And it would shut him down. He could put a gag order on Trump to where Trump couldn't say nothing about the case. And that would shut his whole, because you know he gonna be out there campaigning.
Right.
It would shut his whole campaign down.
And I think that's coming.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it definitely is. I would have called his ass this morning and said, "I need you to get on the plane and come back in this courthouse so I can go ahead and put a gag order on all of y'all." You know.
Yeah.
I can imagine the little meeting on the plane before they got up there. I mean, before he got off the plane, they sat back. They said, "Look, Mr. President, you're gonna have to. You can't say nothing during the court." He said, "No, I'm going to speak my piece. I'm going to say my." He said, "No, Mr. President, you cannot say anything in the courtroom." "No, I'm going to say anything." "No, Mr. President." You know what? Send in the clone. And that's how the clone got in the damn courtroom. I keep telling y'all, that was his damn clone in the courtroom. That was not him.
No, that was him. That was him. That was
Ain't
him.
no way that man.
This is what got Donald Trump in trouble. This is what got Donald Trump in trouble right here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Him being on Twitter, he couldn't put his phone down. He always had to. He was like he's addicted to social media.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And impulsive. He's addicted and impulsive. So
Yeah.
That's why he wanted to ban TikTok. Because his ass probably be on TikTok so bad. You know what, damn it? Gotta get off this damn TikTok.
Hey.
Gotta ban it.
But you know what? Hey, he's a ninja.
yes, yeah.
Now that's a real live ninja there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can't do
Yes,
nothing
he
but just watch him.
Yeah.
You know.
But a Trump, if he's able to continue to run, because there's no exclusions for him. Nothing prohibits him from running.
Right.
While he's going to court. Would it be good for America or bad? What you got?
Oh man,
It's going to be excellent. It's going to be excellent. I'm here for it.
Well, I want to have a talk with y'all. Don't y'all hang up when this show is over. I got a plan for y'all. So don't y'all hang up. Seriously, I want to talk to all y'all for about 2 minutes. I'm serious, and this is really, 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 really serious. So y'all, after we get off the air, don't hang up.
Okay.
Y'all get right here. Yeah. We ain't got but a few more minutes. We're gonna end.
What you gonna tell? You gonna tell Facebook to send me my money?
Yeah.
Which money?
Man, the videos, those wheels that I be doing,
reels.
Yeah, they matter of fact, Facebook probably owe me about $5,000 now. And let me tell you the reason why they holding it up. You remember I put that wheel on Donald Trump when he was getting ready to go to jail and they had him in handcuffs, and I added some music to it, and I sent it out. That's what's holding me up. So the guy called me today and said, all the thing I have to do is delete that and delete that video and then write something to Facebook or whatever like that. I said, man, I ain't going through all that. But that's the only book. I think I got about 1,000 videos, and that one right there I like, really? Come on now.
They'll do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I like, come on now.
They don't want to hear my petition now that somebody hacked the page and put up some jihadist stuff, Islamic jihadist stuff on us. That's what happened. Somebody hacked our page through them. You know?
That's on them.
Exactly. But they turned my appeal down, so we got 18 more days before we can properly operate again on Facebook.
Him running and being under indictment and everything, I love it, because what's about to happen is because none of the Republicans want to go against him, you know, publicly. His base, they're going to vote him in the primary, and then he's going to lose in the general. That's exactly what's going to happen, because you still have the never Trumpers.
Well, you still got the never Trumpers, but we got to be a solid unit over here also, because we can't have people saying that we're not voting for Biden when it's only Biden and Trump. Now, I can understand you say you voting for anybody else on the ticket, whether Republican or not, but a vote for, if Trump is the nominee against Biden, you have no choice but to re-elect Biden. Then you need to go out in full force, because another Trump will just ruin this country.
Yeah,
the Republicans will be more emboldened than ever, because they would figure that is a mandate for them to go out and do what they first started with Trump. And we can't have that. You know, I like Trump, but I don't love Trump that much. I like how bold he was. I just don't like how idiotic he was.
Well, I just believe that he's about to do us a big ass favor, because over here in Texas, you know, they already running, his campaign is already running anti-DeSantis commercials. Have y'all seen them?
And DeSantis, and what gets me is how these people back him, even though he's talking about them bad, even though he's talking about their wife and their mothers and everybody. He talk about everybody, and they still back him. And that's
well, y'all remember how he did that damn stupid ass what's his name? Cruz, Ted Cruz, talked about his wife being ugly, talked about his daddy being a murderer, all of that. And after a while they was cool. I said, shit, what kind of white stuff is that? Because you say anything about my people and we ain't friends no more. Period.
Especially in public.
Okay.
Yep. And Tawana said they're trying to wait till Trump turns back to his real color so he wouldn't blend with his orange jumper.
Well, yeah, that's good.
That orange color, yeah.
His real complexion, so he wouldn't blend in with his orange jumper. Yeah, you're right. His orange face and his orange jumper, that'd go good together though. But Trump, he probably won't go to jail. But
he ain't gonna look like Murdo.
He need to go through hell, you know, and because he deserves.
Who y'all think is next?
I might need a shade.
Who y'all gonna indict him next? Because he got some more coming down the pipeline.
I think the feds gonna get him. I think it's gonna be a whole avalanche. I think the feds gonna get him, and then Atlanta are gonna get him also. Georgia gonna get him.
For that spy, what they call it? Coercion? Not coercion. What's
no for that? That what is it called? When you're keeping trying
you got
to sell
secret records. Right. That conspiracy.
He had that top secret stuff that he should have turned in, and they're gonna get him on that also because he they know he's friends with Putin, so he was going to try to give that stuff to Putin. So it's just a big mess with Trump.
He even talked about that guy.
All that stuff is alien stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody was safe last night. I said, man, you are the dumbest.
But what's so crazy, y'all, you got crazy ass people out there still gonna vote for him if he runs. Still, they don't care about none of that. And no Republican, and then you got these fool Republicans still on the bad way. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to get it, but I'm like, nothing surprised. Like I said, it's a reality show. Nothing that don't surprise me about this.
Well, you know what,
you still got people that gonna buy the white sheet in the hood and put the red cross on it too and burn the cross in the front yard. So you always gonna have somebody to vote for him. You know what I'm saying? He always going, regardless. That man can go out there and slap that judge and everything and say, I was wrong. And somebody will still sit back and say, man, you see how they round Donald Trump on the on front of national TV?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, but Bernard, they what is so puzzling to me is that everybody around Donald Trump goes to jail.
Yeah.
And he finally got that he had to go.
Yeah.
But everybody around him gets some type of charge. I wouldn't be around a motherfucker that gonna get me all messed up like that. I mean, think about it. Everybody around him goes to jail.
Yeah.
Hey,
You still gonna be around him?
hey, that's the joke of the day, Julius. The red shirt on Star Trek. Remember red shirt on Star Trek? You know not to go on the mission and have on a red shirt because you ain't coming back on that mission. Every Star Trek show, they would sit back and have somebody go down with Kirk with a red shirt on. And Kirk would be having sex with the aliens and fighting aliens, and Spock would come back and all kind of stuff. But that dude in that red shirt is not coming back.
Yeah, you cannot.
Donald Trump is Captain Kirk.
Yeah,
And everybody around him wearing a red shirt.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I'll be running way away from him.
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to tell some people, if you're in the Savannah area, we want to say shouts out to Rashida Edwards. She's running for Alderman at Large, Post 1. And
who is that?
I think it's Post 1 where Keisha vacated to run for mayor. And then that's Harold Edwards' daughter, Rashida Edwards. Pastor Harold Edwards out of Garden City at Fairlawn.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That's his daughter. She's running. She had an awesome campaign event the other day. And then we had Todd Rhodes is coming up on Wednesday. Todd Rhodes' announcement is coming up this Wednesday, so that we look for the beat of that. Last night, Alicia had a couple of hundred people out at hers in the park at Yamacraw with all the little kids and everything, and she fed them all. The fried fish was awesome, off the chain. So we want to just say shout out to those people, and we're going to be looking to have a very active campaign for these seats in the next few months. Anybody got any last words? We got about 3 minutes.
No, we good.
We good. Well, we'll see you tomorrow night. We're gonna try to do the same thing with how we're broadcasting. We had a nice crowd. How we're broadcasting on the YouTube. We'll try to do it the same way tomorrow night for the Ebony sports reporters, and we'll be talking about this subject a whole lot with the LSU Iowa game. And y'all tune in and share. We need to get away from Facebook. We marketed Facebook for the last 4 years. October make 4 years that we've been coming live on Facebook. Facebook sanctions us too much, and I think what we need to do is find a new platform to be on. Our shows air on repeats on Roku TV. Ain't a lot of people doing that. We on Roku TV. We got our own channel on Roku TV. We just got to get to the point where we're live there and where we can market it to the world. So Y'all just
Is there
stand
a
by.
way to-
Great things coming, sir.
Yeah.
Is there a way to get it like on the Amazon Fire Stick, like one of the?
As long as you got Roku TV. No, not Fire. You can't get the Fire. You can get on Amazon on Roku TV though.
Roku TV, yeah.
Yeah, just make us one of your channels on Roku TV. All right. All right, good people. I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all. Don't y'all go nowhere. I got something to tell y'all. Don't y'all go nowhere. We'll be back.
Ooh,
1 second.
my
See y'all
sinuses
later.
are killing me.
All right.
I like that.